Well, preeminent ESPN stooge Stephen A. Smith has had quite the week. First, news breaks of his mega contract extension with the worldwide leader in sports. He then gets punked down like a little bitch by, of all people, the guy he has been simping for years, LeBron James. Stephen A. then further embarrassed himself by going on his own podcast/YouTube channel and offering this humiliating defense of LeBron James.
But I'm not here to blame LeBron James. That wasn't a basketball player talking to me last night. That was a dad.
So no better way to get back on track for him than go to the well and do what he loves doing most: irrational Nikola Jokic hatred. And for a guy who not only has a vote for the award, but also a massive platform to set a massive agenda, Stephen A. has been using that voice, albeit an uneducated one, to do whatever he can within his power to rob Nikola Jokic out of as many MVP awards as is humanly possible. And he's been doing it for years. First, he hit the airwaves on First Take following Jokic's big win against Shea in Oklahoma City. The game meant absolutely nothing, though, to Stephen A., who already clearly has his mind all made up, even with a month remaining in the season still.
It is over for me, though. Unless SGA falls off the map, it's over for me.
He later in the day hit the stage on Gil's Arena, joining one of the preeminent Jokic haters out there in the mainstream, Agent Zero, the Hibachi, who made his own bit of viral news last year when he suggested all Europeans should be banned from the NBA.
I know what they can do. Get rid of all the Europeans.
Oh, and also that Nikola Jokic was in fact the worst MVP winner of the last 40 years.
He is the worst MVP winner in the last 40 years.
So yeah, Stephen A. should be right at home on this platform, as perhaps no single person in the media hates Jokic more. No idea what the agenda is against him for Stephen A., but there obviously is a big one there. Nikola Jokic has been historically dominant over the last 5 years, a 5-year span which has encompassed arguably the greatest 5-year peak ever. And don't take my word for it, just take a look at this list via basketballreference.com. This right here is the 9 highest single-season box plus-minus outputs in NBA history. LeBron has one in 2009, 1 MVP. Jordan had 2 in 1988 and 1991, 1 MVP in both seasons. Steph Curry has one in 2016, 1 unanimous MVP. Jokic has 5 of the top 9 seasons ever, including 4 of the top 5. And Stephen A. Smith now, over that 5-year span, has voted for Jokic 1 time for MVP. In fact, this bumbling idiot had Jokic 3rd on his ballot in 2023. And he has the audacity, to use his words, the unmitigated gall.
The unmitigated gall. The blasphemy!
To walk his scrub ass on national TV and say he won't let them do it to Shea again this year.
Unless SGA falls off the map, it's over for me. It's no way. I'm not gonna let people do that to SGA this year, okay?
But he has done it to Jokic multiple years now, as in robbed him out of his rightful MVPs, plural.
The reality is where would the Sixers be without Joel Embiid? I just think that this is his year.
And when he got on Gil's Arena, the unabashed Jokic slandering and SGA glazing would resume.
What's Oklahoma City record right now?
They 11 games.
They're like
12 games.
They're like 12 games ahead. And Shea averaging 32? He got numbers that's comparable to the shit Michael Jordan was doing.
So Steve was still spouting that same idiocy about his mind already being made up, actually got called out by the panel, then tried to walk it back.
That's totally fair. What I'm saying is, if Shea continues on the path that he's on, and Jokic does the same, I'm going with Shea. I don't mean to imply that Shea can fall off the map and what he has done up to this point, it stops. He stinks up the joint the last 20 games of the damn year, but I'm a vote for him anyway.
But then he got hilariously blown to pieces by Kenyon Martin.
That's not what we mean when we say something like that.
That's what it sounds like.
I'm sorry.
What the sounds like to me. No matter what he do for the rest of the way, you already got your mind made up.
Like, you can't tell me
it's
why
tough to have
Shea
you
win.
on the jury then, because if you go on the jury, you already got your mind made up.
We got the footage.
Right? We got the footage.
We got the footage.
And of course, you know, world-renowned Jokic hater Gilbert Arenas had to jump in here off the top rope with a knockdown assist, as the conversation soon turned to supporting casts.
Nikola has no all-star.
No all-star.
Has never had an all-star.
Never had an
And he's been doing his thing. But
and better than he has.
What have we been doing?
And better than he was in them previous years when he won MVP.
But yes, he has a better team than OKC because they're a young team. Murray is better than Jalen Williams.
And this is absolute lunacy. Jalen Williams was not only an all-star this very season, a designation Jamal Murray has never made in his entire career, but rightfully so for both players. Looking at the 4 major advanced metrics, that would be player efficiency rating, box plus minus, value over replacement, and win share, Jalen Williams is absolutely dwarfing Jamal Murray in all of them, as Williams is top 20 in 3 of those advanced categories, while Jamal Murray isn't better than 57th in 3 of the 4. One of these guys, as in Shea and Jokic, has a top 20 player as his sidekick, while the other isn't even top 50. And that is just the top line help SGA has. His depth is also substantially better than Jokic's. But then again, haters gonna hate.
It is over for me, though. Unless SGA falls off the map, I mean, it's over for me.
So you would think at that point that the 2 preeminent Jokic haters in Stephen A. and Gil were about to face off in a full-blown hate-off.
I hate you. I hate you. I don't even know you, and I hate your guts.
But Gilbert freaking Arenas, of all people, actually came to Jokic's defense.
It'd look really horrible for the athlete side to see him pull a triple-double, and then you sit here like, all right, Shea, you got it, right? It just
doesn't make sense.
And that's the problem sometimes in the inconsistency.
And this right here is how you know Jokic is about to get screwed out of this award in a historically significant way, when Arenas is starting to turn Team Jokic.
I don't know what to say, to be honest.
Not only is Jokic setting to become the 3rd player ever to average a triple-double, joining Russell Westbrook and Oscar Robertson, but he will become the 1st player ever to finish top 3 in points per game, rebounds per game, and assists per game. But wait, there's more. He is currently also 3rd in steals per game. And it isn't like the Nuggets are going to win 42 games or are in the 6th seed or the play-in currently. They are the 2 seed out west at the moment. The sheer ignorance and hatred being exhibited by Stephen A. really is next level. And it unfortunately reminds me of a way he treats another legend in his routine slandering of the late, great Kobe Bryant. For more on that, check out this video. And as always, please make sure to subscribe, turn those notifications on, and stay up to date with more from me. Until next time.